and thank you so much for being here today. My name is Louise, and this is Sofie, and we are both cartoonists and storytellers. So we're here today to present our concept, the StoryHunt. And this concept, the StoryHunt, is basically about creating engaging and fun learning through high-quality interactive storytelling.
And so the StoryHunt is a combination of a story app and a physical story kit that combined can be used by schools and other educational institutions to teach their students in a new and surprising way. So the StoryHunt really is a well-defined process that we can offer to different kind of institutions like a museum or a school or an NGO, and then we develop the StoryHunt together with them based on their learning objectives. So it could be any subject from history to fine arts to science. And the StoryHunt works by taking the students out of their classroom and into the surrounding nature. And here they will be guided by the story in our app, and they will solve assignments in their surroundings, and they will play out roles. And a few physical props from the story kit will help them to be immersed into this story world. And so it's important for us that even though the story starts on the digital screen, that it moves beyond that and becomes a role play where the children become active creators of this story that we present to them. And it works by that the kids move around in little groups and solve assignments, and they will document their specific story course with the iPad camera. And this means that when they come back into the classroom, they can re-experience their story, and it also helps the teacher to pick up on the learning objectives of the class.
So what we did in order to produce a prototype for this is that we partnered up with Høstrup Museum, that is a Danish prehistoric museum, and together with them we're kind of making the first case in the StoryHunt concept. So Høstrup Museum, they had some learning objective in their Stone Age exhibition that was to mediate the daily life and the worldview and the mythology of the Stone Age man to children age 8 to 10. So we then went into the exhibition and found different elements that we could weave together into a story. And for example, we built the story about their very spiritual worldview, and then we were also very inspired by the skeletal remains of a 5-year-old boy, who we made the main character of the story, and also named the project after him, Little Human. And with this story about Little Human, the children can take the app and hear the story, and through different tools and tasks, they can really engage with the learning objectives on a much more personal level. And the story, Little Human, begins with a tragic hunting accident where Little Human is actually killed. And then his grieving tribe, they forget about the promise they made to the spirit world, that is to respect the remains of their prey. So that means that when they don't bury the bones of the animal they eat, the spirit of the animal can reincarnate, and the spirit is left to wander restless around. And of course this creates a big unbalance in nature. And the kids are told this story through the app, but by the narrator, that is a restless spirit himself. And he tells the children that they themselves is a new tribe made from the elements, and they have the chance to restore the balance in nature. And they do that by being guided through different assignments by the spirit. So the spirit will, for example, tell the children, you need to find me a holy place, and you need to build me an altar for me to restore energy. And then when the kids do this, and they document it, the spirit then rewards the children with little pieces of information about their story and their identity as a tribe. So that's really the way to kind of get the children to become an active part of the story.
So that was one example of how the story hunt could work, but again we wanted to make it into a process that we can offer to different kinds of institutions with different learning objectives. And so now after the Nippon Nordic, we will be looking for funding to develop further this prototype and test it together with Moskov Museum. And while doing that, we will also be on the lookout for new partners and clients to develop more story hunts. Thank you.
Yes? So if I don't well, I'm so sorry if I don't understand well your presentation, but my question is for that I'm interested in. Do you want to make apps and story kits for letting the children have the ownership to make own story coming from the real world history or real world something? Or just you want to make a prototype animation and you already have apps and the story kit. Did you already have apps or a story kit?
Well, we don't have an app right now, but we want to make one with this case about the Stone Age. And of course, it's not so much the children making the story themselves, it's more that we have some elements in the story that the children is kind of able to grab onto and make part of their own play with this story.
And your final goal is to make apps
Yes.
and story kit and provide to the market.
Yes.
Or not or to
Yes.
the school or something.
Yes, it seems like a really interesting framework. And I think it's a really good angle that you start with the museum, because those places usually have these kind of activities that they want groups to go. Maybe going to a school may be easier with the proof of concept already. My question is more like, how exactly would it work? Like, is it like a group of kids that do it at the same time, or is it each kid that has their individual story, or is it like a whole class? Like, how do you imagine that would work?
We are still working on it, but we have been talking about there will be different phases in it, so that the kids start as a group, and then the app and the story will divide them into groups, or a teacher will.
Okay, I think that's interesting, because yeah, if you give like a slightly different role or activity to different kids, then I think it stays much more, because then everybody did something different to contribute. But yeah, it sounds really, really cool.
I just want to say great pitch and great concept. I can see a lot of potential, and it's really original in the world of projects like this. I just had one question. The narration, is it something that's already in the app, or is it an actual person who needs to do it while the game is going on?
It should be in the app.
Okay.
But right now we're working with the framework that even though we are cartoonists, we don't want it just to be like a slideshow where the kids have to stare out into the screen. So we're thinking that it could be like a combination of like visuals or maybe sound, or somebody like a voice telling parts of the story. So maybe with a combination we can kind of make the screen of the app less important and have it more like a guide, less invasive guide.
You could consider making it an option that the narration could be done by a physical person or by the app. Because for some teachers it might be fun to engage in the whole activity, maybe